Alrighty. We are here for another One Life run of Exoddus. Because Consistency Bot is being a sponge nugget, I'm just going to reuse my April pattern for May 2023. Input is, hello, all of ya, work, jump up, fart. Perfect. All the controls are doing what they're meant to. We are good to go. And yes, I am now playing with the PC version, so apologies if some of the sounds sound a bit off. Or not the way you're used to them. Otherwise, from a usability standpoint, it's just going to be a lot more consistent moving forward. So hopefully, this will go well. Beautiful. No. Now where is he going? All the way over there. Okay. Let's go. Now I'm still wondering if I want to actually have the controller set up on screen for the One Life runs, or if I just want to do it for when I do speedrun practice, but I don't know. I'll come to it when I come to it. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's something I'm mulling over. I have the space to set it up on screen, so I don't think it would be too difficult a thing to add on. There we go. No, I ain't freezing. I'm not going anywhere near you. Nuts to your nonsense. Ba-ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-boom. I guess the other benefit of doing the PC version instead of the PlayStation version is I have had 2 controller failures. One for Exoddus, one for Odyssey. And hopefully playing the PC version should negate those. I mean, there are workarounds for those if they happen again. Hang on. Oh, that's what I haven't done. Okay, yeah. I remember I went to the effort of mapping all of the shoulder buttons to combine for, to give me chanting, but I guess I forgot to map one of the combinations because R1 and R2 doesn't work at the moment. But otherwise, everything's working the way it should be. It's just a tiny tidy up I need to do on my own end. Easy done. Oh, okay, could you not... could you not nearly run into the UXB? Like, don't even... Okay. And a boom boom. Alrighty. But I hope everyone's month has been off to a good start. I hope you all had a lovely Star Wars Day if you celebrate it. Yeah. Nothing else really to say. Winter has come very swiftly here in Victoria. I'm already feeling it. Technically, winter doesn't start until June, but it... Weighted blanket and a hoodie. Let me think. But all things considered, I'm glad that it's cold rather than being stinking hot. So I'll make do. I guess on the topic of Star Wars Day, I'm still wondering if I want to go back and do some more Jedi Fallen Order streams, possibly once we've got through a lot of the stream schedule that I already got planned out, and then maybe bounce onto Survivor. I'm tempted to, but I know it is being streamed quite a lot by a lot of people in the same circle as myself. I know Machinosaur at the moment is going through Survivor and having an absolute blast with it. Well, my, aren't I being adventurous today? But yeah, I'm half tempted to, but at the same time, there's a lot already in the schedule that I want to focus on, so I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. I kind of feel like, as much as I love streaming Fallen Order, I kind of want to enjoy Survivor in my own time, I think. Yeah, I might revisit that idea. It could be fun. Because I know quite a lot of my early followers did find me when I was streaming Fallen Order, so there's also like an element of nostalgia in there as well. Like, admittedly, on the topic of my friend Machinosaur, it was quite poetic that in the lead up to Jedi Survivor releasing, Machinosaur was streaming Fallen Order. And when I first met Machinosaur, that was actually during my Fallen Order streams. So that was actually quite funny. Kind of came full circle, which was nice. But it's hard to say. It is hard to say. It's kind of, I think it's sitting in the same space as Battle Network Legacy Collection. I'd love to stream it, but the problem is the frequency of my stream schedule might not be complementary to how I want to play the game. Like, again, Legacy Collection 1, whether you're playing with Max Buster mode or not, I am blasting my way through Battle Network 1. 2 is very shortly on the horizon, and it's just a good time all round. And the fact that I can play through it at a pace that doesn't take away too much from my own time is very good. I don't think I could really make it work on stream for blocks of 3 to 4 hours a time. I think, yeah, it's not going to complement this stream schedule, I don't think. Which is a bit of a pain, which is a bit of a pity. I'm glad I did stream my first impressions of it though, because it was a nice trip down memory lane replaying Battle Network 1 again. That doesn't mean I won't come back to Battle Network in general. I would like to play around with those games a bit more. If I get into a competitive scene, which who knows, it is quite wide with those games. But I don't know, maybe I'll record some matches or stream some matches. Because I do know a couple of people are playing those games as well, so maybe there is potential for some multiplayer shenanigans. We'll see. We'll see. I won't rule it out just yet. But I think that could be fun. This Mudokon thinks it's hilarious, but... But yeah. It is quite exciting now that I'm wrapping up more projects on the channel. It means that I'm getting closer and closer to being able to open up some really huge projects that I've been putting off until I'm ready for them. So as I have said many times, the day that I am streaming Abe's Odyssey, the day I'm streaming Abe's Exoddus and the One Life Challenge overlay is not on screen, and in fact I'm doing 100% run, as I have said before, for those who missed it, expect Soulstorm to follow immediately after the game is finished. That is the plan. It will most likely coincide with when Munch's Odyssey goes up on my YouTube channel, but that is most likely going to happen this year, I think. It's just a matter of getting all of my ducks in a row and getting everything to line up right. So we'll see how it pans out. I am ambitious. But at the same time, I also have Crisis Core and Final Fantasy VII Remake sitting there. And all three of those games are huge things I need to be ready for to have in the stream rotation. So they'll all be happening soon as I wrap up more things. I think the should I mention it here or should I wait until No, I will mention it here. The other game I do want to go back to is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but as I found out, for some unknown reason, when I set up my PS5, I was able to back up all of my saves for all of my games on my PS4, but the only one that didn't back up correctly was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So will I still stream that game? Yeah, probably. Will it be continuing from where I left it? If it does, I've got to get back there again. And given how much I was just randomly exploring, I'm not sure how easily replicatable that is. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that one, but I think I do want to come back to that game because it's so good. I'm really looking forward to editing down the highlights for that one as well, because that's going to be how I cap off the Legacy of Goku project. There's some pretty hefty things on the to-do list, so the fact that some of them are finally getting wrapped up is a big deal. I actually spent a decent chunk of this weekend recording most of the footage for one of the project finishes that's coming up soon. And I say footage and not commentary because it's been raining for the past 6 days. Oh, pardon me. And the rain has been so heavy here in Melbourne that it was banging against the window constantly. It was just a dull hum constantly. I tried playing around with some volume levels to try and cancel it out, but by the end, there was going to be so much shifting I need to do to my audio levels that it was next to unrecognizable and very heavily filtered, and it didn't sound clean. So, nah, wait for better weather and finish editing the footage first. But yeah, there's going to be some extra content for projects that are mostly done coming up soon, which is exciting. And then I've also got to edit down my my Abe's Odyssey race footage and practice. That's going to be fun. That I'm considering my 3,000 subscriber special and is a hefty beast. So I've just got to make my way up to that. There's some more stuff that I'm making room for, so it should be coming up soon. It's definitely not going to happen after I hit a new milestone. It's going to be sometime in the coming months, I think. There's a decent amount of footage to edit through, but it'll be fun. Yeah. That's also probably the other benefit of playing the PC version now, is it gives me time to practice more Abe's Odyssey on PC. Because Exoddus, not too difficult to jump to. The controls don't feel that different, but there's something about Odyssey that just feels a little bit, stiff isn't the right word, a little delayed, I think? I don't know what it is. It doesn't quite feel as one-to-one. And I think I've been fighting using the PC version for so long because of that. So if I want to if I want to try speedrunning these games again, I gotta get over that hurdle. Could you all stay together, please? This is a messy slug run here. And the other benefit to doing the PC version as well is the load times are a little bit faster and just some of the textures load in a little bit cleaner. Like, that's not game changing, it's not game, like, it's not experience destroying, but it does mean that it makes Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exoddus look the best they can, which is nice. I do like giving my streams the best opportunity they can to be at their best. I want that one. No, I want that one. There we go. 3. Cool. I only need the 1 rock, so we should be good. But yeah, it's wild how much of a difference quicker load times make in terms of game progress. So it's like, it's no wonder that that is the go-to for the speedrunning community, because it's just so much more seamless and so consistent. Wait. Okay. All you muds. Wait. Okay. That's the other thing I do need to keep bouncing back and forth on, is Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exoddus mods and fan projects. I keep being in two minds of whether I want to stream them or not. And I think the main reason for that is, well, what happened the last time I did a fan project, which was I got blindsided by things that will require way too much editing, and I still don't know if I'm going to edit those streams to put on YouTube. I'm in two minds about it. But it's also a thing of, I've got so many mainline projects in the Oddworld franchise that I'm still working through and wanting to focus on and editing and putting together, that if I keep doing the side projects and the fan stuff, I'm going to be avoiding the stuff that I've been working myself up to. Like, for example, Mudanchee's Odyssey. I did put that off for quite some time because I played through, you know, Abe's Mission Escape and through the handheld versions, and then I had New and Tasty came out, so it's like back to Abe's Odyssey again. And then I did the Abe's Exoddus extras. So then finally streaming Mudanchee's Odyssey 3 times. 4 if you count the GBA version. Yeah, I don't want to put off the process of editing and bringing that content to its completion. So that's what I think is putting me in a space where I'm hesitant to do more Oddworld fan projects, at least for now, because I've got all of Munch to edit. I'm going to do a dedicated video talking about Munch HD. Then, of course, all of Soulstorm's going to come if I have any video ideas after the fact. regarding Soulstorm and Exoddus as a package, as a before and after, as it were, as a, you know, concept reality thingo. Yeah, I don't know how big a project that's going to be, and I still don't know what I'm going to do for Stranger's Wrath. Stranger's Wrath is a very interesting cookie. It's a very fun game. I'm not good at it. I won't even pretend for a second I am. I'm terrible at Red Dead Redemption. I have awful aim when playing Portal, and don't ask me to ever use a bow in any game that has a bow as a main weapon. Yes, that includes Horizon Zero Dawn, which constantly promotes bow and arrow usage. I am terrible with that thing. So it's, yeah. Stranger's Wrath is a weird one. I want to be able to cover it in some way. I just don't know how. I just don't know how. It's something I'll need to think about. Heck, depending on what the Oddspeed Discord get up to, if they decide that the next tournament they want to do... Oh, no, they are doing an Exoddus Open next, I believe. They're in the middle of the, of a Munch's Odyssey tournament at the moment. I think they're up to this... I think the semi-finals listings just got posted on the Oddspeed Discord, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, and I think from memory, if what I remember talking to Lucy about was correct, I think the Exoddus Open was the next planned event. So I don't know. I feel like maybe it could be nice to MC or be involved in MCing with some of that. That could be fun. I don't know exactly, but I think that won't necessarily result in content. That'd just be a communal thing. I'm still not sure. It's all going to depend on schedule. Like, when I went in the Odyssey Open, I had my old computer, not my old computer, I had my old hard drive. Not even my old hard drive. I had my computer blue screen profusely in between what was meant to be my first and second race. So I had to pull out early. So, I don't know. It could be fun to ask about the MCing for the Exoddus Open when that comes along. Because again, I have not been keeping up with the Munch tourney because, well, primarily just because time zones. And also, so many public holidays have overlapped with when a lot of the races are going on. So that's Easter, Anzac Day, 2 iterations of Labor Day for those who have that time off. And just a bunch of catch-up time that was well overdue with close friends and family. So I just haven't had the time, which is tricky. But I think it could be fun. I think it could be fun. Alrighty. Anywho, enough rambling. Let's go. Or maybe more rambling is required, who knows? Ha-boom boom. Alright, so I want to... There we go. Cool. Yeah. As much fun as I had being involved in the Odyssey Open, this game has too much in it to want to join in an Exoddus Open. I just... Like, even in one of these one life runs, I can sink 2 hours into just getting to disc 2. Whoa. Gotta time that better. Oh, stop it. Keep going. Much better. So yeah. Where was I going with that? Yeah. The channel is never going to run out of opportunities to keep giving Oddworld some airtime. That's the main thing. But I need to be... Moving forward, the thing I need to be conscious of is that I'm still prioritizing it correctly, I think is the main thing. Rather than just going off on tangents. Which is very easy to do. But the prospect of finally editing the... Yes, hello Murky! The prospect of finally editing all of my Munch's Odyssey footage is exciting, because once I get these next 5 main videos edited for my YouTube channel, it means the next 2 main projects that are going up are Kirby and Munch. And that's huge. That's huge. I am doing good. I am very cold though. It is... What is the current temperature? I'm genuinely curious. Alright, come on. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. It is 12 degrees, feels like 10. Oh yes, absolutely. Am indeed. Getting cold as shiz. Should put me up to bada boop boop bop beep bop. 58. Excellent. Oh yeah. We are. We're not even in winter yet. So like it's only gonna get colder. Which I don't mind. It's better than the opposite. The opposite sucks every time. And I have yet to find a way to cool down the room while streaming when it is smolderingly hot, that is consistent. I guess it's one benefit of having something to block out some of the sun. Yeah, it's weird. It's like that spring autumn gap there, but like Melbourne. Fall/autumn in Melbourne is cold and damp and unpredictable. So it's basically like early winter. Unless it's very humid, in which case it's like, you know, lazy late summer. We do, just not in this part of Australia. So it's mainly in like there is an Australian Alps. So you've got to really go to high altitudes to get to a lot of snow. You get a bit of frost on the grass around here, but that's about it. And we do also get ridiculously huge hailstones. So like alpine areas, yeah. They do indeed. But it is I will say skiing in Australia is not a particularly I mean, it's a leisurely thing that people do, but it's not particularly cheap. So like, I think about it, I only know like 4 people who have ever gone skiing, and only one of them goes semi-regularly. So it's not a particularly common pastime down here. But the people who do regularly ski, yeah. When the world decided to set itself on fire, they weren't particularly happy. Do they ski down the slope and do jump challenges and surf to... Yeah, it's like Cool Borders, but it's more gnarly. No, it's like Cool Borders, but like if every... It's Borden, mate. I don't know. It's just... I was trying to think of what is the cool equivalent. Grouse. Grouse borders. Yeah, no, that's terrible. I'm gonna stop there. Anyway. There is a pretty wide surfing community down here, though, to be fair, but the majority of people who surf in Australia are usually North Coast rather than South Coast down here. No. Grouse is in like great, and it's like awesome, or noise, but it's like grouse, like grouse mouse. It's like not to be confused with Groose from Skyward Sword, although he is pretty grouse. I have no segue from that. Okay, good. I had a moment where I couldn't remember if the minecart scared off the famous Groose the Moose. Yeah, bloody grouse, mate. Grouse in the house. I don't know. Some Aussie slang is just weird. Anywho, Abe's Exoddus. Now let's actually do this sensibly this time. Why did I not deactivate the UXB? I am a sponge nugget. Alright, so that's 2. I'm gonna blame that on the fact that I'm playing the PC version, just saying. No. I don't want him cleaning up the mess. Just go. I mean, the sound effects give me an earache and Mudomo sounds drunk. But there is a lot of smoothness that I do appreciate. So, like, with Exoddus, it is... I'm glad they spaced out the Mudokons, that's true. Boom, 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 boom. See, it's the weird thing is that there are certain aesthetic things that because of the way they're rendered on PlayStation versus PC, I kind of prefer the way they look on PlayStation. It's like the status indicators and the way that the levers look, and just some of the colors just look a little bit like the dissonance is too big a word for what I'm trying to describe. Like, when it goes between the wobbly and then it loads in, you get a sharp difference. No, for the last time, Murky, I haven't played Soulstorm yet. I mean, I have seen the HT mod pack and it looks interesting. But I'm not rushing to stop everything to try out the mod packs with the real live engine as yet. It's exciting. It's exciting, that's for sure. So I saw one teaser video of it, and I asked like 12 different questions in the comment section because I was curious about what the plans are. But again, because I'm pretty sure it's running on the real live engine. I'm curious to see what, I guess, limitations they put on the project and what, I guess, future-proofing they put in mind. Because, like, you could have a version of Abe's Exodus that has 4-finger Abe, for example. You could have a native PC version of Abe 99 if you imported the right content. You could have Abe's Odyssey on PC with a little bit better collision detection that's closer to the PlayStation version, which means I don't scream at it constantly. Now, whether that changes the speedrunning space, I don't know, but it's interesting to see what people are capable of. It sits in that same category as when you see people making Game Boy Color enhanced ROM hacks of Game Boy original games, where they add a Game Boy Color palette onto a black and white Game Boy game. It's kind of exciting. So it's interesting to see what people are coming up with. But again, I'm as in like AI sleeps to just like while they're walking around, they just go to a lift, they go down and then go up and then go down and then go up kind of thing. So like full on patrol kind of doodad. Look, one thing I love that New and Tasty does is that they switch between Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus sleek visors. So like you've got the narrow ones for Odyssey, and then you've got like the eye ones for Exodus, and you have both interwoven through New and Tasty. Even like the tiniest thing like that in an Exodus mod pack could be fun, I think. The idea is kind of exciting. But of course, like, it'd be interesting to see what people have in mind for it. And what limits it has. But yeah, because again, it's still a work in progress, I am very much in the whelmed category. So it's like, I'm impressed by what I see, but like, it also sits in that space as like Sonic 2 HD, the fan project that a lot of people were holding out for seeing completion, and got shelved and then got reopened and then got shelved and then got reopened. Or like Sonic Mega Mix. It's like, the ideas are fun, but like, I won't sacrifice my firstborn if it doesn't happen. Like that kind of thing. But it is cool. It is cool to see that even while the real live engine is being worked on, people are going, this has immense modding potential that could like completely change how people see Exodus. You know, beyond what's already been done in a canonical sense. But it's interesting because, yeah, I know that some people hold Exodus in high regard, regardless of whether or not, regardless of the fact that, again, it was made in 9 months. So I understand some people hold it very close. So seeing a passionate part of the community doing stuff with it, that's really wholesome. But then I think about high, like, HD fleeches, and that scares me. And then suddenly I'm not too keen. Oh, dearie me. Like, I sit in a very simple camp in terms of what I love seeing people doing in terms of mods and whatchamacallit, and mods, level editors, level makers, custom maps and stuff. But like, I also sit in the camp where it's like, oh, I would love if this handheld interpretation could have a HDified version, which is why I love what New and Tasty did with certain parts of Paramania. Maybe it's because... It's hard to say. I think because I was looking at my analytics, which, rule number one as a content creator is something you never do. But it's a time zone thing. It's very difficult because when a lot of people are very active in the community is time where either I'm at work, it's the weekend, which is when I don't stream, or I am fast asleep. Oh yeah, when the stakes are high, it's very interesting. Absolutely. Probably the other, I guess, upside. It's the double-edged sword of shifting to PC version for all of the for the One Life run. Especially for the PC version of Odyssey, because I feel like I am fighting collision detection in the PC version of Odyssey. So, by virtue of changing version, I have immediately raised the stakes. And I have also immediately decided I have to do Scribania first. Because if I go to Paramonia, I'll get into Trial 2 and die immediately, and I'm not in the mood for that. The Swinging Rocks in Paramonian Temple. I stand next to them, sometimes I just die. Falling Rocks in Mosaic Lions and in the Scribanian Temple Nest. Sometimes I stand next to the space that should not be a collection, and I die. I will honestly say, when I was practicing for the Odyssey Open, I think about 60% of my practice time... Oh yeah, it does not. It does not. The hitbox is specifically tied to the cell that the Swinging Rock is in. The only way you can get hit by it is if you are in the jump animation, because then Abe's head merges into the next cell. So for that brief second, he has a wider hitbox. But if you're standing completely still, until you actually enter that cell in the PlayStation version, you never hit it, and it's great. So like, I have practice for the Odyssey Open where I would stand next to a gap with Falling Rocks, and it just, yeah. And I think it may have been Polygates who was actually saying that he's hopeful for the Real Life engine reaching completion, because I guess last I talked to Polo about it, the big killer for using the PC version for Odyssey is that collision detection, is that it feels like a gamble. And that's kind of why I've been sitting in the PlayStation Master Race category for Odyssey for so long, because like, I'm as attached to the PlayStation version of Abe's Odyssey as I was attached to David Tennant playing Doctor Who. I didn't get over it. I had to grow the frick up. Which I think is ironic, considering some of my favorite Doctors are... Oh boy. Yes. Which is funny, because I know in one other stream I've done, my friend Cosmo vs. Goku, actually, because I was doing an Ask Me Anything, he's like, do a tier list of all the Doctors. And like, most of my first picks, bar like David Tennant and Tom Baker, were choices that would make people go, huh, really? Like, I had the 6th Doctor in the S tier. And people were like, really? I'm like, yeah. Colin Baker is like underappreciated. I know! I have noticed that. It's like, it's the benefit of, there are quite a lot of people who are English or from the UK who are in this community. So there's quite a decent overlap between Doctor Who and Oddworld fans, which is great. Ah. Fair. I mean, Howell did make the, Howell made the theme song. No, he made the season 5 theme song. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. No. Like, the great thing about having so many Doctor Who fans in that community is that, like, that can be a tangent in a conversation, and it's just like huge still. Yeah, I know a lot of Doctor Who fans who, you know, be it casually or just genuinely have written Doctor Who fan fiction, and like, I'm not talking the smutty stuff, I'm talking like conceptual ideas for legitimate stories that could kind of work. I think there was actually someone who went to my school who for a while was doing like a Sarah Jane Adventures spin-off concept idea that she was working on. I feel like I've seen a TARDIS thrown in at one point in an Oddworld mod, I will be honest, but like I might be going back to like 2013 and upload from like Sleek Popper at like 2 in the morning on a Wednesday or something. Jeez, I'm showing my age. I mean, to be fair, like, if they can do it for Lemmings, they can do it for Oddworld. Like, again, the Mega Drive version of Lemmings 2 has the TARDIS in it. And I think it's only the Mega Drive version. I think Mega Drive and Acorn, but not SNES. Weirdly enough. Yes, I know about Lemmings. Of course I know about Lemmings. Honestly, just change the voice lines of the greeters as well. Maybe. Oh no, it's hard to, Did the greeter sound files pull from the same audio files as the Sleek ones and put a filter in? SNES. I know some people say SNES. But like, if I say SNES, people are like, the what? Like, the Super Nintendo, the SNES. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. SNES Mega Drive. I bounce between. I don't preference one or the other. Like I go Super Nintendo, SNES. But I rarely say Genesis instead of Mega Drive. Which is hilarious because the Nintendo Online service, all of it is the Genesis box arts in there, even for the power release. PlayStation, but like all of those like PS2 ads where it's like PlayStation, something iconic about it, honestly. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful when you put it that way, yeah. Or like, you know, ColecoVision, or anything else that's, you know, comes with a thesaurus attached to the price tag. I will say, I don't know what I was going to say. Square, yeah, okay, cool. I remember buttons. I remember at one point someone's gone, what is a PlayStation? I'm like, do you know what a body game is? And they're like, you mean a video game? I'm like, yes. And I just kind of stare at them coyly with like this goofy looking grin on my... Like, I know there's like, you know, the old generation don't know what a video game is joke if you're like, no, playing on your Playtendo, stop spending all your time on that Playboy station. And it's like, no, that's not what that is. Vodigams. But it's not my PlayStation, it's the family PlayStation. I have the benefit of coming from a family of nerds and gamers and tech-savvy people, so... Like, yeah, the Vodigams. I've been watching a lot of Cat Icarus of late. But no. It's not your PlayStation, it's the family PlayStation. Anyway. Ooh, that's, oh, yeah. Right, yes. I want to do the top left, because that's the one that I hate. Yes! Rum bum 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 bum. Oh, well, that ended badly. Could you... Geez, you're pointy and useless. You're gonna come back, aren't you? Where are you? Okay. It's just... There's something about it that it just felt like he was moving faster than I'm used to. I'm willing to chalk that up to the PC version as well. Where in the 9 circles of what are you doing? Oh no, I don't do secrets in Mudanchee. Full stop. Not for a 1 life run. Only when I'm doing them casually. And I do this one first, because I hate it. Because it keeps getting me killed. Yeah, this is my least favorite trial out of all of them. Yeah, no, if I'm gonna add in any more secret passages from disc 1 in one of these runs, it's gonna be the one... It's gonna be the first one in Necrum. The sleek barracks one. But the first one, not the one with the grater. The one with the grater can die in a hole. No, my abilities. Yeah, but not with Exoddus. Yuck. Odyssey, yes. Exoddus, no! Because, like, especially with 1 life runs, going fast is not the thing I need to practice. Being more confident in my actions is the thing. So, yes, abilities. Nope, what am I doing? This scrap is just nerve-wracking, no matter which way you slice it. Like, this is just caution. Yee. Oh, scared me then, scares me now. Yeah, this is one of the worst rooms in disc 1. Beaten only by, like, every secret passage in Mudanchee. Like, the one with the fleeches. The one with the saws. The other one with the fleeches. They all suck. No, it's not the time for caution, it is time for pushing buttons. Bleh. ba 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 do ba ba. But you sick of this music? Yeah, ba ba do ba 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 do ba ba do ba ba da ba ba do ba ba. Ba 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 do ba ba do da ba da ba da ba do ba ba da ba da ba da da ba do ba ba. Where you go, you sponge nugget? Where are you going? Oh, okay. Now I will say, usually I'm so used to the scrab leaving this screen when I do this trial. That's so weird. What are you gonna do now, you weird pointy? Okay, that's fine. That's a bit more normal. Or predictable. Okay. Next one. Like, the secret passage in this trial is so, oh, yuck. Like, I have less fond memories of the other two secret passages, but I remember the first time I went into the secret passage in this trial, I must have spent an hour here the first time I got here, when it was 10? 10? 10. 10. 10. Gonna boo ba da ba 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 dee ba da boo da. Let's go. Boom. Come on, guys. Bye. Babadoo. There we go. So there's that one done, which is good. I'm glad that's out of the way. Next one. And this is the one that's in the background. No, this one. Good to get this one out of the way as well. I'm not wild about this one. Like, it's not time consuming, but it's just... I don't know. It feels like an extension of the opening area, so it's, it just is. Yeah. But, like, not easy in a detrimental way, more as in comparatively, it's the most straightforward trial. Definitely. Alright. Mind your business, Mr. Beaky. Alright, so... that one next. The time-consuming one. Thank you. I keep thinking to myself, could I sneak past, slap the ghost lock, and then just run back, but all it would take would be for me to commit to doing that, and then I would just have the worst luck and end up getting licked by every fleech under the sun. Okay. Bum bum bum. Bum. I'm gonna be stuck with Fleech music for the whole trial, aren't I? Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Like, could I probably slap that and then just save myself a scrap trip? Absolutely. Do I want to risk it today? Oh no. Not today. I'll do it in my own time. I'll practice it in my own time. Oh, perfectly in sync. Wee. I will admit at one point I did consider having the Mudanchee music as my ringtone, but the problem with that would be I wouldn't want to pick up the phone. It's the annoying thing about finding a song you really like, be it, you know, lyrical or otherwise, is it's just too catchy. Which is why, you know, I only use Deltarune music for, you know, my worst enemies, because then I don't want to pick up the phone. That's how that works. Good recommendation. Put Rude Buster as a ringtone for people who you don't want to call you. And then you can just jam. I mean, I do have the secret passage sound effect, like the boip, boip, boip. I had that as my message tone for a while. But then I don't know what happened, and I couldn't have an SMS tone and a notification tone. It just made that for everything. But the basic thing was I had the Abe portal noise as my message tone. I had the Final Fantasy VII save sound effect as my notification sound. And for a while, I think I had... I know I still do. I had the Werehog theme from Sonic Unleashed as my alarm. Now that works perfectly. Because it scares the crud out of me at like 6 in the morning. Which is exactly what you need from an alarm. Alright, so these two just gonna do their whatevers. If you can make up your mind. Wait for them to do their whatevers. I see you. Where's the other one? Come on. Come on. Thank you. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, it was, if I was to have an Oddworld theme as a ringtone, it'd either be like this. It'd be either Mudanchee, the Gluckin theme from Exoddus, Rupture Farms just in general, or I had it and then I lost it. I had it and I lost it. Dang, I had it and I lost it. What was the other one I was thinking of? So what did I have? Rupture Farms, Mudanchee, the Gluckin music, or Maybe a Nest or an Ender theme? Possibly? Like, there's a lot of really good... Oh, actually, yeah, actually, the Gluckin theme is a good choice, come to think of it. Gluckin theme is a good choice. Although, no, actually, Fuzzle testing from Munch's Odyssey is also a good choice as well. I do like that one. I did these backwards. That was dumb. But I guess if you were to have an Oddworld theme as a ringtone, it depends on what kind of Oddworld theme you want. Like, do you want heavy, grungy, bassy with lots of like attack noise, or do you want something like sort of subtle but noticeable that just makes you go, ooh, that's my phone? Something unmistakable. Because there's a lot of good opportunities. Like, that's why my brain goes to stuff like Rupture Farms, Mudanchee Mudomo Ender, Gluckin Possession theme, stuff like that. Stuff that's just... is like, ooh, that's my phone. Damn it, I have to pick it up instead of dance, kind of thing. Like, there's a for and against with it. Alright, so this beaky butt munch. We've proved that we can do this. Just keeping crouched the whole time seems to be the most consistent thing to make this work. Oh, stop it. Thank you. No, 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 no. Alright, come on. Come on, you wormy butts. Whew! Way more alarms. Boom. Boom. Oh, gets the heart pumping though, that's for sure. Ooh. Boom, boom. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoo. Yeah, ever since I started doing Mudanchee first, I found I still get that heart pumping feeling, but it's still far more manageable, I find. It's like, yeah, it's like the Mudomo music. It sounds so sleepy. Yeah, and I haven't had any casualties in my personal best, so I've got a long way to go. I'm definitely not doing another secret passage in I'm only doing the one, I'm not doing both of them. Because like the other one I consider like one of my 3 least favorite secret passages in Disc 1, but also one of my 3 least favorite secret passages in the game. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I am finding I've shifted pretty nicely across the PC version. It just, the thing that keeps throwing me off is it sounds different, I think is the main thing. And it's the most evident in Mudomo. Well, I mean, that and when Fleech music decides to come in uninvited. That's just a grumpy paramite. Nothing to it, he's just grumpy. Thank you. Bada boom, bee ba bada boom, ba ba bee bop. Okay. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Cosmo, how are you doing? I'm still playing Abe. Hot diggity. I haven't died yet. Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. But it's only 10:27, so who knows? There's plenty of time for me to die in, like, Ooh, glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Ian, before you die. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, who knows when, but it is likely to happen. So, like, in the disc 1 portions, it'll be interesting to see how I go. But I don't know. I think a death is upcoming, I think. I'm just hoping not in the next 10 minutes. Fingers crossed. Want some good news? Oh yes, good news. Good news is good. Share the news of the good. News of good. The goodness, the goodness, the goodness, the good news. As in like this, or you wrapped tonight as in like in wrapping paper, or as in you wrapped up editing of something, or I'm confused. Because that phrasing is very vague. I am curious as to what you mean. Bum 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 bum. Oh, finished. Oh, everything. Holy biscuits. That's huge. That's... You mad lad, that's massive. Congrats! Does it feel bittersweet? Does it feel fantastic? Does it feel... So like, oh yeah, everything's coming together kind of feeling? Because those are good. Those are very good. I had a few sleepy ones of those over the weekend, so I understand that feeling. Not as massive. True! Thank you! Very much appreciate it. Oh, look, that says... That shows that you were passionate about what you were doing. So, that's good. It's like, it's again, bittersweet, but it's like, you wouldn't go through that feeling if it didn't mean something. Okay. Now I've got to be really careful that I don't kill the paramites. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Cosmo! Cosmo, oh no! I ran out of paramites. I don't know if I can respawn them. I needed one to move the lift. They don't respawn in they don't respawn in the console version. They only respawn in the Game Boy Color version. Hang on. We may have a solution. Dang it. Yeah, I soft-locked myself. That's, yeah, because you're only given 2 paramites. And if you can't get them over that run jump over where the lift is, so you've got to run, and then in the middle of that run you've got to jump. It's the controls are so tricky for it. Because now I bet I could run the Paramite through here. Oh, but what if this is a feasible idea? So I just run through here. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. So if I, yeah, and I just, there, and then I just run. Hold the run button. Boom. I think we have found a way to avoid this happening in future. This is good. This is good. A lesson has been learned. The challenge is still over, but a lesson has been learned. That's good. Ooh, I have solved a puzzle.